Hi there YouTube, Musical Aviator here. We're going to be driving a train today. Didn't feel like flying, felt like doing something different. It's a Thursday, 6:30 PM. As you can see, we've already had a bit of a chat while the stream was offline. We have a question here from Lachlan Boyd about why I'm driving Pommy trains instead of Australian trains. The main reason is that we have this wonderful, very nicely graphic simulator, whereas in Australia we have Trains 12, which is essentially something that looks a lot like, you know, Lego trains or Minecraft trains. Not nice at all. Instead, we'll be driving the city circle, or the underground. Hi there to Joshua, Adams and Lachlan. Okay, first thing we need to do on this train game is we go to the back of the train that we're going to be driving. We'll turn on the back lights and put on the stuff that shows where we're going. Hello to Adam Hay on Facebook. I've had a couple of issues in this game mode as it does tend to crash after about 45 minutes to an hour. So we'll see how it goes. Microsoft Train Simulator was good in 1998, but again, it's a very Minecraft sim, isn't it? The graphics on that thing are extremely very old. Terribly old. Okay, we're going over to City Circle line. Close that door and we'll head on up to the front of the train now. Patrick wants us to run. You run by holding down the shift button. Moving forward with the W button. Steering with the mouse. Alrighty, up the front. First thing to do is tab key to get that down, and then we'll push this up slightly, give it some power. Then we'll use page up key to put us into the forward position. Move it forward again just to get us some brake pressure going in. Over to here we'll take on the cab, destination light, dashboard light, headlight and ventilation. Over here we're going to turn on the heating and turn on the lights. Jump on out, make sure that we have all of the stuff ready. All looking good over here, cool. I'm not sure if there even is an update for this game, but whatever. I've just got all the high graphics options on. Circle line. Alrighty, brake test system is off. Come on up here and turn on our program. We have a circle line, inner rail, starting at Edgware Road, we're going to Hammersmith. Open the door first. And let it rip.
Other Circle Line services in the direction of High Street.
Hammersmith via Paddington. Just figured we could probably do without the text there. Done. Alright, we're just waiting a minute. Every station between good old Flinders and Craigieburn. You know, I normally sleep on the train these days. Still waiting for the old time frame. Cool. And we'll start off in a second. Yeah, I'm in window mode now. That's why you get that big white line right there. That one. Anyhow, we are ready to depart.
This train is ready to depart. Please stand clear of the doors.
Right on time. Okay, it's a 25-mile-an-hour zone up here. A couple of points that we'll need to run through. So if you want anything louder or softer. Florian Kuta, yep, the old world of subways. Gotta love a good subway. Dragging the tail end of the train through the points, and then we'll start that acceleration up to 25. I was doing a practice run of this afternoon. Did crash the sim, but I did notice that you don't really need to maximize the speed. There's a few stops where kind of you arrive in the minute and you have to like leave pretty quickly, but
The next station is Paddington.
also if you start slowing down when she starts talking, that's about the right point. Ah, yes, it's raining.
This is Paddington. Change here for the Bakerloo line and National Rail services. This is a Circle Line train to Hammersmith via High Street, Kensington and Victoria.
Could be the graphic settings, and I probably should drop them a little bit, but you know, it's fun until it crashes. Off we go. So it's been a while. I haven't been on a train since Monday. I normally catch a train into my city. Yeah, it's actually 5 days a week. No need to run the windscreen wiper under the ground. good underground station. Bayswater.
This is a Circle Line train to Hammersmith via High Street, Kensington and Victoria.
In these virus-laden times, I'm not able to, well, I could catch a train if I wanted to, but there's no need for me to do so. So I'm staying away. Let's roll. Patrick in the good old London. Never been to London. I did fly through Heathrow once, but I didn't leave the airport. Max Coco asking, what's the top speed of these trains? It's about 43 miles per hour. Statute miles per hour. Don't know what that is in kilometers per hour. I'm not here to do math. I'm here to drive a train. So currently doing about 40 miles per hour, give or take. QFA there, g'day.
The next station is Notting Hill Gate. Change for the Central Line.
Notting Hill Gates. Fabricator is pointing out that 43 miles an hour and 64 kilometers an hour. We can go. I've lost the chat window I see. It's not updating anymore. At the next stop, we will pop out the YouTube version of the pop out. Indeed, quite ready to have me doing something other than flying around. Okay, I've got a minute. What I will need. Ah, there we go. Chat's come back on. Beautiful. So I think I do need to do. Cool. I just reset a few of my windows around. So yeah, we're looking at QFA QFAV saying it's also quite rare to see me around on anything that's not a aeroplane or other flying contraption. Time to close. Is it 15 or 25? I think it's 15 if you're turning and 25 if you're going straight. Zone. Anyone that lives in Melbourne, why? It's because it's raining, and if I'm under the tunnel, it's just because I forgot to turn them off. That said, it's just stopped raining. Okay, cool. Someone's just dropped all of the lines in Melbourne. I like this station. Those little coloured lights on the left hand side is just pretty cool. Slow down a bit much there. CQA, g'day. And if you use the word COVID-19 as your call sign, that means you get banned. You won't be able to fly at all. Indeed, we don't have any wings on this contraption. We're also running about 30 seconds late. Changing trains at Dandenong is scary. I think just generally going to Dandenong is scary. Points are a bit tricky. Yeah, Milford Sound is pretty good. Never been myself, but we do have the flight sim version of it from Orbix. South Kensington. That's a very familiar name to us Melbourneers. Ready to go. yeah, I'm enjoying the game. Quite fun for a train simulator. Not very expandable. There's no add-ons that I know about for this sim. You can't have it locked down. Which is unfortunate. Would have been nice to have a, you know, bit of a community going on, making add-ons for this thing. Other lines, different kinds of train. Unfortunately, we're just stuck in the whatever period of time this is based on. I think 2007, 2008, with the one and only kind of carriage type. Only the one line as well, circle line. So you can't go anywhere else. You can't go up the district line. QFOV, they're asking the hard questions. I do not believe I know of any train simulator for Melbourne or Sydney, or there's a few with add-ons, but they're usually pretty old or pretty, you know, basic looking sims. Trains 12, Microsoft train simulator from about 1998. That kind of stuff, you know. Clearing the doors. Open rails, yeah. Don't know much about open rails, but trains looks like Minecraft. White light means we're turning off. Is that correct? No, it's fine.
The next station is Victoria. Change for the Victoria Line, National Rail Services, and the Victoria Coach Station.
Cool, we're maintaining on time. We're right in the middle of the on time position. Love the little horns that they have on these British trains. Sounds like Thomas the Tank Engine. Train mechanic, eh? Up to the stairs.
This is St James's Park. This is a Circle Line train to Hammersmith via Embankment.
St James's Park. Well, I can't see around that corner, so
This train is ready to depart. Please stand clear of the doors.
that's how we deal with that. Yeah, I might go for Train Simulator. Doesn't have any Australian content yet, but it looks like a good game. Something to pass the time. Because, you know, I don't need to have a train simulator most of the time when we aren't locked down in our houses. Because I have a real train to catch every morning and every afternoon. But I haven't seen a train for a week, so here we are playing it on.
Is Westminster. Change for the Jubilee line. Exit for Westminster Abbey and Houses of Parliament.
Gonna have to be a little more frugal with my money in the future because my parents don't have jobs at the moment.
Change here for the Jubilee.
My mum's getting 12 weeks of redundancy payout plus the 22 weeks of leave that she hasn't taken.
This is a Circle Line train to Hammersmith via Embankment and Tower Hill.
Let's go. That's some weird livery on that station.
This is a Circle Line train to Hammersmith via Tower Hill and Liverpool Street.
So how are people going? They're all getting stir crazy in your homes. No, I don't have airport CEO or transport fever. Didn't quite get up to full speed on that one, but that's alright. Train up in the tunnel there. You guys are bored and at home, not much to do, just playing games. I'm just at work, at home, and yeah, there's not much going on apart from that. A bit depressing hearing all my friends getting sacked and getting made redundant. Mum and dad, that's the most direct effect, because you know, that's money that possibly that I'm going to have to start looking at providing for the parents a bit, which is a bit weird. Sometimes they help me out. That's not going to be happening in the future. If I need financial help in the future, I'm just going to have to, you know, not have any. It's a problem with transport sector jobs. You can't go anywhere, so there's no point having a transport sector job. Train jobs will be next. Especially train drivers that blow through 30-mile-an-hour zones at 35. I go 20 and a 10 coming up. This is the closed Blackfriars station. Blackfriars are reopened again, I think 2013. But in this game, it is indeed still closed. 2000. We do need to operate our thingy over here, so we're going to come to a stop to do that. Closed station.
The next station is closed. This train will not stop at the next station.
Ah, damn it. Well, we did stop at the next station because I pressed the wrong button. Hi there, Toilet Inspector. Yeah, I got bored. I already spoke to my mum. We had a bit of a banging our head over Centrelink because Mum just got made redundant last night. Well, technically today. I did it again. Come on. We're properly late now. $35. Yeah, I do as well. She's essentially got, what, 12 weeks of redundancy pay plus another nearly 20 weeks of like leave accruements because he was up on long service leave. In fact, you could have taken long service leave about 3 years ago and didn't.
This is a Circle Line train to Hammersmith via Tower Hill and Liverpool Street.
I still managed to stay on time. No, he tripped the emergency brake twice. Off we go. Day 1 of your 4-week lockdown.
The next station is Cannon Street. Change.
Cannon Street. Look at this dude. FPS is pretty good if you adjust your graphics accordingly. I get a few lag spikes on occasion. That's a bit weird. Once again, can't see around the corner.
This train is ready to depart. Please stand clear of the doors.
Still doing a paper run. Okay. People need their news, and apparently in 2000 they didn't have iPhones.
Is Monument. Change for the Docklands Light Railway, Waterloo and City, Northern and Central lines from back.
Yeah, derailing an American coal train. I hope they enjoyed whatever law enforcement came to visit them.
This is the monument. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Change here for the Docklands Light Railway, Waterloo and City.
Only about 30 seconds late again.
From back. This is a Circle Line train to Hammersmith via Tower Hill and Liverpool Street.
Stay 2 meters away from each other. Yep, bit of the old social isolation.
The next station is Tower Hill. Change the Docklands Light Railway services from Tower Gateway and
This is Tower Hill, where the Tower of London is.
Exit for the Tower of London and Tower Bridge.
See 15 up ahead. So even though it's 25 miles an hour here, we can only go 15 through the points around the corner here. That big white thing means that we're turning, which means you have to be at the slower limit, which is 15 now. One of those rest stations where you can come in and kind of catch up time if you need to. Don't leave here for another 2 minutes.
This is Aldgate. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Yeah, it's 2 minutes here.
This is a Circle Line train to Hammersmith via Liverpool Street and King's Cross at Paris.
Ah, TikTok influencer, I saw that. Wasn't that the girl that was licking like airline toilet seats? Predictable result. They now have coronavirus. Ha ha ha. Just to demonstrate, it is possible to walk around these stations. You can even catch another train going in the other direction if you really wanted to, if one happened to come along. Now all the other trains are on their timetable as well, so I guess if you waited for about 5 minutes on the other platforms over there, you'd end up catching the train the other direction. And yes, you can go inside your own train and sit in the passengers seats as well if you really wanted to. We won't though, because we have to leave in about 20 seconds. Let's make the announcement.
This train is ready to depart. Please stand clear of the doors.
Yeah, pretty smart to get coronavirus by licking a toilet seat. That's A1, you know, survival of the fittest right there. Here's the thing we have to worry about. We are coming through points here that are 15 miles per hour points. We need to drag the tail end of a train through. 6 cars behind us. So I'd say that's about second car. Roughly the third, maybe the fourth, fifth, And the 6th one just coming through those points now. And off we go. Oh, you guys have bubbles. I don't even have a bubble. We haven't been talked about bubbles here in Australian land.
This is Liverpool Street. Change here for the Central and Hammersmith City Lines and National Rail services. This is a Circle Line train to Hammersmith via King's Cross, Pancras and Baker Street.
That's a straight train. We'll close it off. Windscreen wipers at the ready. That had my windscreen wipers going for too long.
This is Moorgate. Change here for the Northern Line and National Rail services. This is a Circle Line train to Hammersmith via King's Cross, Pancras and Baker Street.
Just delaying for time.
This train is ready to depart. Please stand clear of the doors.
And off we go. Yes, this subway does go above ground on the other end of, what's the place called? Edgware Road. And it does pop up like the cut and cover thing isn't complete. That's why we need to turn on the windscreen wipers every once in a while. We get drips coming down from above. Dragging the back of our train through, I think all the way up to the next signal point.
Next station is Barbican.
Here we go, we're above ground again. If I was a prospective passenger, I'd probably hang around here where it's dry.
This train is ready to depart. Please stand clear of the doors.
Indeed, attention equals money. Although, catching the coronavirus doesn't equal money at all.
The next
40 mile an hour, we need to slow it down again. You get up to speed and you just have to stop. Yellow line. Yeah, that's true. It's probably better to get attention of people who have money instead of attention of viruses who, you know,
is a Circle Line train to Hammersmith
don't.
via King's Cross, Pancras and Baker Street.
Nice little tree there. We can go now. Another train coming in at us. Head on off into the tunnel. Riding around in a golf buggy at 1 in the morning around Sydney. That sounds fun. We just hit 43 miles an hour. Bit of speeding. Yeah, I'll slow it down now. I'd normally say that high-speed trains are a bit of a waste of time because, you know, aeroplanes. But if Virgin Australia go bust and all the airline prices hit the skyrockets, hit the roof like they used to be in the 1990s and 80s, then maybe it would be a good idea. You'd have competition on Qantas.
King's Cross and Pancras. Change for the North
That's a red signal, and that's a train on the platform still.
national and international rail services. Exit for the World Institute of the Blind.
At least he's moving out. The good old red signal. Looks like we've just joined the district line. So, Circle Line and the district line use the same track for a little section. Only a few stations, but you know.
This
Yep, we're pretty much on time. Looking good.
Piccadilly and Victoria lines and national and international rail services. Exit here for the World Institute of the Blind. This is a Circle Line train to Hammersmith via Baker Street and Paddington. This train is ready to depart. Please stand clear of the doors.
Imagine being that stupid that you lick a public dunny. I mean, even without any virus problems or lockdowns or anything happening in the world, that's still a stupid idea. It doesn't have to be coronavirus. You can get E. coli, P, literally anything. Yes, I saw it.
Euston Square. Change for national rail services from Euston.
There we go. System crashed. Give it another go. Where were we up to? I think it was King's Cross and Pancras, wasn't it? Do that bit. And probably do that bit. Victoria to Edgware Road, then we'll do Edgware Road down to the end. Patrick wants to do the Edgware Road to Hammersmith section. I was going to complete it in 2 sections, so I'll do Victoria down to Edgware Road, and then we'll do Edgware Road down to Hammersmith. Then we'll call it a day. Oh, the game crashed, so we're just starting from mid-stream, starting at Victoria. I did the tail lights. Is this front of train or back of train? Whatever it is, I can't get into this part of the train. There we go. Probably should have turned on the lights from there. How did he end up doing that? There we go. This looks like if we did all of this work to get to the wrong side of the train. Anyway. We're at the wrong side of the train, aren't we? We are. That's alright. Still need to get in here anyway. Circle line. You know what? Just to make it easier for me to get out. Oh, that was annoying. Sure, we'll be late now. This platform is too short for the train. Okay, we're finally in the front carriage. Yay, I'm finally ready to go. 29, 28 should have gone already. Let's close it up. People have been in hospital. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the chat while we were trying to make the train go. Already a minute late. Only about 10 seconds late. That's a red signal. Not anymore. Is that white on the signal? Or are we going straight? Doesn't matter if we're going straight or not, that's a yellow signal.
The next station is South Kensington. Change for the District and Piccadilly lines.
Oh, that's a sharp turn.
For the museums.
Train just left that station. Still on the late side, but that's alright. The train in front of us wouldn't let us go any earlier anyway. We'll shut the doors. Yeah, it looks a bit like Flinders Street, doesn't it? And Kensington as well. Yes, the scenery is accurate, although we did, you know, have a bit of a time warp and travel difference because of the crash, the system PC crash. But yeah, I'm told that the scenery is accurate to a period of about 2010, 2011.
The next station is Gloucester Road. Change for the District Line.
Oh, beautiful. That District Line train has gone off on its own platform, and we come up next to it. All of our red lights are no longer a problem. Well, that's wrong. Bye-bye, slow train. Don't forget to do this, you'll... Lots of points through there. Ooh, diamond. That's a horrible bit of track there. Drag the back end of the train through that. Yet to see any rats. Well, that's because here in London they put their electrical system on the third rail below us, which is a great way to kill people and small animals. Rats come along and go, oh, I'll jump between this rail and that, and then he dies. So like the Australian system putting the electricity on the overhead wires.
This is a Circle Line train to Edgware Road via Paddington.
Yeah, that's the electricity right here. The driverless trains, I've never actually been in one yet. I need to go up there one day and
This train is ready to depart.
catch that
Please
train.
stand clear of the doors.
I do often hang around at Chatswood as well, so don't know why I've never been there before, but never have. Never had any need to go between Chatswood and anywhere further north or west. When I'm in Chatswood, I always go south. And when you go south from Chatswood, you end up on a double-decker train with a driver. When I lived in Sydney, I grew up on the S-set trains, the old openable windows, no air conditioning things. Todd Inspector is a man after my own heart. I'm not married and probably aren't going to get married. I've been on a few dates with a young lady, but we'll see how that goes. I don't think she's interested in marriage either. Maybe she'll probably surprise us one day and get married to someone. We came in that way too quickly. Oh, that would have felt horrible.
Change here for the Central Line. This is a Circle Line train to Edgware Road via Paddington.
Eight minutes out. Bit of a dirty roof up there. Yep, the old, good old female version of yourself. Close, not quite. She's a bit more loud, outgoing, and loud spoken than me.
The next station is Bayswater.
Let's try and make the braking on this one a little bit better this time. Not insane like last stop. Went to grade 4 braking on the last one. They're out.
This is Bayswater. This is a Circle Line train to Edgware Road via Paddington. Stand clear of the doors.
I'm not entirely sure, but I'll see if we can continue on to Hammersmith without stopping. I'm not entirely sure that we can, but if we can, we will.
The next station is Paddington.
Good old Paddington.
This is a Circle Line train to Edgware Road.
That looks more Discworld than Harry Potter. These people coming on or not? We've got about 2 seconds to get in the carriage. No. $25. Yeah, I do realise that we've come through the wrong way around, I do believe. So if you were to continue on through, we'd double back on where we have already been. We need to go that way to go to Hammersmith, down those tracks behind us. So we will arrive at Edgware Road, we'll finish the scenario, then we'll jump over to a different train and head down to Hammersmith, which is a bit different. Post a link if you wish, sure. Do. Okay, new game. We'll drive through the schedule and do the old Edgware Road to Hammersmith. Do you want to do a different time of day or the same kind of 5 PM-ish kind of thing? Sunshine, cloudy or rainy? I think we'll do rain. Rain's fun. I have a funny feeling that we didn't do the right scenario, did we? That's more like it. And it's like, that train is not facing the correct direction for the thing that we're going to do. Why? RB Martin from London, having driven these things. Good to see you. Hope you enjoy. I've never been to London. I flew through Heathrow once, but I never left the airport. That's my experience of England, flying over it. Let me how you think I'm doing. I'm a bit of a noob at this. I'm taking my extensive experience as a passenger on Melbourne trains and applying it to this game. We are going to Hammersmith, but I think we're meant to put on Circle Line, aren't we? Got yellow. Let's drop the brakes. Rebuild the pressure. Bakerloo, 17 years. I think our train drivers in Melbourne at least drive all of either the east or the west side. There used to be two different companies, Hillside Trains and whatever the one from Sunbury was. Sunbury was Hillside, wasn't it? Anyway, there were two companies that used to run the Melbourne metro network, but then they combined into one big company, currently called Metro Trains, once upon a time called Connex. But we have, what was it, 1, 2, 3, 4, we've got 4 different types of stock at the moment. And Lachlan, we're coming out of where we just arrived into, and we're heading down to Hammersmith, which is very close to Heathrow. We're meant to leave in about 4 minutes. Circle Line in around. About halfway through. There it is. Done. Wait for the train to leave. And open. We've got. Just want to double check that I've actually turned on the lights in there. Yes, I have. Cool. About a minute to go. Hillside, Bayside, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, I wasn't around for Victorian Railways. And I mean that in the sense of I might not have been born. But I do remember Hillside and Bayside. And yeah, that was interesting times. Northern Line stock, nice. Yeah, our Melbourne trains, essentially we have 3 types of stock on all the northern lines, and we have 2 types of stock which overlaps with one of those types on the eastern lines. But there's one type of train that sits on the eastern lines that doesn't come into the west. What do they call it? Metropolis? M''Tropolis. Whereas the other ones is the combing trains, which is a very similar train to this actually. From the sounds and the size of it, very similar to the Comeg. built trains, and the other ones that we have are Siemens, which are bizarre. We used to have Hitachi trains, they're pretty cool.
This train is ready to depart. Please stand clear of the doors.
Yep, chat box is down the bottom there. Mostly because I can't be bothered looking outside the screen while I'm trying to drive this train. We are turning to the right. Let's drop the speed off at about 15. That road looks like a bit of a mess, to be honest. Yeah, I've had comments that they don't like the chat, but you know, we're not flying an aeroplane at the moment, so there's not much else happening on the screen. I think I've dragged the end of the train through, so let's go. Lachlan with all of his train knowledge. All I know is that the extrapolises aren't on any lines that I go on, and the Comangs are on all the lines that I go on, plus the ones that I don't go on. And the Siemens lines are on my side of the train, of the city. Also told by train drivers that they don't like the Siemens very much because they're really weird with their computers.
For the Baker Line and National Rail Services.
Yeah, got it.
For the Baker Line and National Rail Services. This is a Circle Line train to Hammersmith.
Circle Line train to Hammersmith. We can depart now. Yeah, the Comac trains are very similar to these things actually. I think they've got the same amount of doors as well. Seats are aligned differently. We have our seats sitting forward and backwards towards each other sometimes, or behind each other. The sim won't show a proper derailment, but it will end the simulation once it detects that you have derailed. We don't really have that much emergencies, but there are like scenarios where it's designed to give you issues, but it'll tell you what the issues are. And you'll get a little text bar on the screen saying what you have to do. In fact, some of the scenarios you actually have to catch a different train to your train that you have to drive. It's hilarious. Yeah, that's right, I remember those overshot platforms. Owen, how are you doing? Welcome to London. We can go anytime. .30-mile-an-hour signpost. My favourite are the Comacs, the pre-refurbishment Comacs. Ones with the green and the blue seats. How to get up the hill. Back it off.
Next station is Westbourne Park.
Now talking about ancient history, Lachlan.
This is Westbourne Park. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. This is a circle line train.
Open rails, Broady to Flinders. Although you're probably not through the underground bit of the city circle, hey? That's a pity, because no one wants to put the city circle into their simulation. My favourite old Melbourne train is the old Hitachi. They were pretty cool. Really comfortable seats as well. Very thick cushions on them. This is a Circle Line train to Hammersmith. End. Close it up. Watching my own stream off to my right, and it's hilarious watching the windscreen wiper, the lag between that screen and this screen. That guy got a bit close. Latimer Road. I've caught up to the schedule. Daniel Jim 1234, fancy seeing who? Me in a train or someone else in the chat? Off we go. Thanks, Robbie. I don't often drive a train. I'm likely to be flying an aeroplane. But there you go.
Is Woodley. Change for the Central Line.
off some speed. And we can go anytime. Can't see around the corner though.
Stand clear of the doors.
I know our trains always blast the horn as they leave the station. Don't know if the British ones do as well. Daljam 1234, your territory's trains, is it? It's funny, I do know a couple of the train drivers, well, one or two. Luke from on Facebook, driving the old metro trains as well as the Puff and Billy. Me on the other hand, I'm just a train user. I jump on the train most of the time to get work. Not this week because we're working at home. Ah yes, I do remember that. The coal driver out of Newcastle and Hunter Valley. Very nice. That was on the Airbus A321 video, and I called Sydney Atis. Remember that? Yeah, the one thing I like about this is it's just such a gorgeous looking simulation. I mean, the interplay between the raindrops and the glass is spot on. Very nice. And we can go. Stations are so close together, it's hilarious. Even the outside of the train looks great. Here there's no external views on this sim. The only external view is when you pop the driver out, but when you pop the driver out, he's not holding down the deadman switch, and then the train comes to a nice stop. Patrick. Yep. Gold Hawk Road. There's the 15. Nice and slow on the way down here because it's a dead end.
The next station is Hammersmith, where this train terminates. District and Piccadilly lines operate from a different station across the road. When leaving the train, please ensure that you take all your belongings with you.
indeed usually usually red, but no one was here today, and we're going straight into this platform. So here we are. The end of the line. All change. How far forward can I go? I'm expecting to find an invisible wall somewhere, but I think it's just for ticket barriers. Alright, not bad. I've actually never walked this far into Aerosoft in the sim before. Dude can't jump. Indeed, one more down. Now we might as well end the simulation. To end the simulation, you just have to turn the train off, essentially. That's a nice looking train, don't you think? Indeed. Well, let's end the simulation. Click. Well, that is correct. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I have been Musical Aviator driving a train. I think next broadcast will be tomorrow, where we fly the VTOL from Raminganing over to Manangrida. Lachlan thinks that XPTs look better than a tube train. Yeah. But then again, an XPT is essentially a British train as well, isn't it? In fact, I believe they retired the... what was that type of train called that looks like XPT in Britain? Just gotta have a look. We all know what the XPT looks like, don't we? It's an Australian version of a British train, really, at the end of the day. Yeah, can't get a large picture of it. Something like that. Yeah, Class 43. High-speed train, HST. Anyway, with that, I have been Musical Aviator, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the flight around Australia. Till then, ciao for now.